Hi, good morning. This is Attorney Amy Rebecca here live at Atlanta Wills and Trust Law Group. And we're going live today for Wills on Wednesday, episode 5. Having a little bit of difficulty with the connection, so this is our take 2 on going live. Today we're going to talk, we're actually going to continue the discussion from episode 4, which is when is a good time to decide, yes, I need an estate plan. And last week we talked a lot about transitions. Today we're going to talk and even go deeper on that, and that is transitions for women. That is, when are the transitions in a woman's life where they're transitioning from sort of one chapter to the next chapter that would bring about this urgency, or really even specifically getting just down deep to the actual, bring about the idea in their head, maybe I need an estate plan, maybe I need a will, maybe I need something to have a plan for my family, for myself. The first time is when we become moms. So when you have a child, when you have that little bitty person who is suddenly reliant upon you for their every need, you begin to really feel that that urgency that upon you, I need to make a plan. I need to have something in place in case something happens to me. That's whether you're married or whether you're single. Although I will say, for my single moms out there, the need and the urgency does feel greater for you because you are solely responsible for that little bitty person. So a lot of times when I'm meeting with women who are recent moms or moms of really young children, that need is great. That urgency is great for them. And so that's really a significant transition in their life where they feel that having a plan really makes sense for them, that this is a time where they need it. And the younger your children are, the greater the need, because the greater the need that they will be relying on you. The second transition in a woman's life comes after a divorce, or even before a divorce is final. And that's the one that we're going to mainly talk about today. The question of, can you refine and revise your estate plan during a divorce and before a divorce is final, and when you should think about redoing your estate plan if your divorce is already final. So I speak with a lot of women about what they can do before a divorce is final. And there are a lot of pieces of the estate plan that you can do right away as soon as you begin to believe that a divorce is imminent in your life, that you're either going to file for legal separation, or you just see that potential happening. You can change pieces of every estate plan. There are a few pieces that you can't necessarily change right away, or there are some limitations on before a divorce is final. So for women who are in the process of going through a divorce, I would recommend immediately, if you have an opinion about whether or not you want your former spouse or your soon-to-be ex-spouse to be responsible for healthcare decisions, for financial decisions in your life, then I would recommend right away, changing those powers of attorney and getting that squared away, because you can definitely do that. Changing your living will, which is your end of life decisions. Do you want your life artificially prolonged through respirator, through all the ways that through medical treatment? Who do you want to be responsible for enforcing your decisions as it relates to your end-of-life decisions? You can change those things anytime, no matter what, whether or not the divorce is final. The big question is can you change your will and or trust? And those are questions you should really talk to an attorney about. You should talk to your family law attorney or divorce attorney, but more specifically, talk to an attorney who understands the divorce process, understands what's happening during the divorce, and when you can change a will and when you can change a trust, and the steps that you can take, because there are some steps that you can take before a divorce is final to be ready to make those major changes when the divorce is final. If you've already gone through a divorce, then absolutely. What most people may not be aware of, and there has been some cases about this, is You need to change your estate plan, so you do need to change your will, you do need to change a trust, and you need to change all of your beneficiaries on all of your accounts after a divorce, because it won't automatically happen just because the divorce is final. So these are things that your attorney should walk through with you, ensuring that all possible accounts, all possible life insurance plans that you have, everything has been changed so that your children benefit, not your former spouse. This is attorney Amy Refeka. That's a great time that I work with a lot of women who are transitioning, whether it's because they've become a mom, or they are in the process of or finalizing a divorce. This is what we do here at Atlanta Wills and Trusts. This is what our team is geared to help with, are specifically those times during a woman's life, those transition times during a woman's life, where she needs somebody to ask questions to. She needs somebody who understands that process and who can walk them through who are the best people in their lives to be in their plan now. How do I give this money to my children when I don't want my ex-spouse to be responsible for money that I leave my children? So how does that all work? So if these are times of transition that you're going through and you have questions, reach out to our team, and we can sit down and we can walk through what the options are, whether or not the divorce is final or whether the divorce is final, and create a plan that makes sense for you and makes sense for your family and makes sense for your future. So this is attorney Amy Refeka, Wills on Wednesday, episode 5. Thank you for joining us, and we'd love to hear your comments and requests for future episodes.